So now we get into the fifth part, Revelation 14:7. The last part of the verse, it says, and worship him that made. Now, this is probably, they're all important, but really the Sabbath message, it kind of incorporates them all. Now, we're going to see much more of this when we get into the third angel's message, because as we all know, the Sabbath Sunday crisis, it's going to be the grand test for the people of God. All right, so let's go down to this last part of our lesson, worship him that made. You've looked at least a couple of the links there. Recall that this subject is dealing with the fourth commandment. We have looked at this a number of times earlier in our study of the Revelation. When we see this text says, worship him that made, is there a link to the fourth commandment? There's a link in what phrase? Where's the link? What's the key phrase that links it to the fourth commandment?
Worship him that made the heaven,
him that made the heavens and the earth.
Yeah.
Correct. Because that's what the fourth commandment says.
Yeah.
I believe it's verse 11. And we have another link, but I don't want to get there yet. It's embedded in the question at the bottom. But the text in the fourth commandment says clearly, he is the maker of heaven and the earth. And I think this is why John specifically, Holy Spirit impressed John, write down right here in the first angel's message and worship him that made heaven, earth, the sea, and fountains of water, because it's a direct link back to the fourth commandment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to come out under the latter rain very clearly. Now, inherent in the fourth commandment, we have three things that are mentioned that comprise what goes here.
Seal of God.
The seal of God. So what are the components of a seal? You have to have, number one,
the president.
the president. That's right.
Yeah.
Territory.
You have to have the name, the title, and his territory.
Yeah.
It's like the president's seal. Correct, Elena. So we see that. It says, I am the Lord, thy God, the maker of heaven and earth. So you have all three aspects of the seal. And at the bottom of our lesson here, page 1, you notice the link. We're going to get to this in a moment, the Sardis church. But did any of you look up those verses, Revelation 3:5 and 9:4? So what was the key word?
Not to hurt those that have the seal of God in their
The
forehead.
seal of God. That's the
Yeah.
key word I was looking for.